Good morning to everyone. I'm Dr. Sumi MS. The name of the course is Object Oriented Programming, and today's lecture topic is Strings from Unit 4 IO Generic String Handling. On completion, the students will be able to understand the ways of creating string objects in Java, write example programs for creating strings and immutable strings, and also learn about the various methods of string class with examples. Strings. A string is a sequence of characters. In Java, a string is an object that represents a sequence of characters. The java.lang.string class is used to create a string object. There are two ways to create a string object: by string literal and by using the new keyword. In the case by string literal, Java string literal is created by using double quotes. So here for the string data type, a variable s is being declared and it is initialized with the string content welcome within double quotes. And in the case of using new keyword, Java string is created by using a keyword new. So the variable s is declared for the data type string and it is assigned with a string within double quotes welcome, and the keyword new is being used. It creates two objects, that is one in the string pool and other in the heap memory, and also one reference variable where the variable s will refer to the object in the heap memory. Java string pool. The Java string pool refers to the collection of strings which are stored in the heap memory. Whenever a new object is created, the string pool first checks whether the object is present in the pool or not. If it is present, then the same reference is returned to the variable. Else, a new object will be created in the string pool and its respective reference will be returned. In the following image, there are two strings being created and they are apple and mango. When a third string is created with the same content apple, instead of creating a new object, the already present object reference is being returned. So here string s1 stores apple and s2 has mango, and s3 is again created with the content apple, which is linked to the already present string apple in the heap memory. Example program for creating strings. Here there is a class string example, and in which we have a main function in which we have string s1 being declared as a string data type, and it stores the string content Java, and also a character array is being initialized, declared and initialized with 7 character values, and following that string s2 is being declared and it is converting the character array values into a string and is being stored in s2, and following that we have string s3 in which the content example is being stored. So after creation of these strings, the values are being displayed in the output using the println method. So while displaying s1, s2 and s3, we are getting the output as Java strings and example. Immutable string in Java. In Java, string objects are immutable. Immutable means they cannot be modified or changed. Once the string object is created, its data or state cannot be changed, but a new string object can be created. In the given example, we have a class simple, and in the main function we have declared a variable as string, and the word being stored in that is Sachin. Following that, the same string is concatenated with another string value, that is Tendulkar, and while calling the concat method, generally the content gets appended to the string at its end, and while we are printing this string variable yes, here it will print only the first stored values Sachin, because the strings are considered to be immutable. Methods of string class. Java.lang.string class provides a lot of methods to work on string. By the help of these methods, we can perform operations on strings such as trimming, concatenating, converting strings, etc. Some important methods of string class. Equals here is declared under the Boolean data type, and this compares the string to the object that is specified in the arguments. Then the same equals can also be given as equals ignore case. So here it compares the string to another string that is mentioned in the arguments, but ignoring the case of both the strings. Then concat. So here it concates the specified string to the end of the main string. Compare to, and this method compares the two strings and returns an integer value. And compare to ignore case, here also it compares the two strings, but here the case differences between the strings are ignored. Then substring, and in the argument a begin index is given, which is an integer value. So this returns the new string that is a substring of this main string. Then substring, and here the begin index as well as end index are given, and it returns a new string that is a substring of the main string. Then string to uppercase. In this method, all the characters in the string are converted to uppercase. String to lowercase. This method converts all the characters in the string to lowercase. String trim. So the trim method returns a copy of the string with leading and trailing white space being omitted. Starts with, which is a Boolean data type method, which has prefix string value is given as argument. So it tests whether the string starts with the specified prefix value that is given in the parenthesis. And Boolean ends with. In this ends with method, test if the string ends with the specified suffix value that is being passed in the arguments. Then char at, in the bracket we have index, which is a integer value, and this returns the character value at that specified index. Int length, this returns the length of the given string. And string intern, this returns a canonical representation for the string object. GetBytes method is it represents an byte array, and this converts the string into byte array. Then toChar array method, here the string is converted into a character array. String value of, and within parenthesis we have integer variable I. So here it converts the integer into a string. String value of long I. So it converts the long int value into a string. Same way we have string value of float, double, boolean, char array, etc., where all the mentioned variables are being converted into string. String value of object. So here the mentioned object is converted into string. Replace all. So replace all method has first string and second string as string arguments being passed, and it changes the first string with the second string. String comparison. In Java, we can compare two given strings on the basis of the content and reference. It is used in authentication by equals method, and sorting by compare to method, and reference matching by equal to operator. There are three ways to compare string objects: by equals method, by double equal to operator, and by compare to method. Equals method compares the original content of the string. It compares the value of the string for equality, and there are two methods for this. So equals, and within the arguments we have object another. So compares the string to the specified object, and equals ignore case, and here we have a string another. This compares this string to the another string, but the case difference is ignored. In the given example, there is a class simple, and in the main function we have declared four string variables s1, s2, s3 and s4, where in all the strings we have stored a string content. In s1 we have stored Sachin, in s2 we have stored Sachin, and in s3 we have used the new keyword for initializing it with the string Sachin, and in s4 we have stored the term Saurav. And while printing the comparison of s1 and s2, it prints true as both has the same string values. And while printing the comparison s1 equals to s3 by calling the equals method and comparing s1 and s3, it returns true. Similarly, while printing s1 equals to s4, it returns false because s1 and s4 are having different string values. In another example where the equals ignore case method is being called, we are comparing the strings s1 and s2, where both the strings are stored with the same string content but in different cases. That is, while printing s1 equals s2, that is by using the equals method, it prints false as both have case sensitive, both case are different. Whereas in the case of using equals ignore case and comparing s1 and s2, it prints true because they are having the same string and the case difference is ignored in this method. Quiz questions on strings. List the different ways of creating a string object in Java. Write down an example program to create immutable strings in Java. Compare the given strings using equals method and equals ignore case method and display the output. Given s1 is equal to banana in caps and s2 is equal to banana in small. Thank you.